NEMODE stands for New Economic Models of the Digital Economy. And we have been supported by RC UK to build a research community around how digital technologies, digital advances, the internet, www and so forth, are affecting and impacting business models and economic models generally within the UK. And our particular interest in privacy is to try and understand a little bit better how privacy in terms of the digital world is affecting business models.
And it's rather like the three laws of thermodynamics. Those of you who don't know the three laws of thermodynamics: 1, you can't win, you can only break even. 2, you can only break even at absolute 0. 3, you never reach absolute 0. And one of the things that I think actually it is with privacy by design, there's little market incentive for the private sector to implement it.
The idea behind the concept of privacy by design, and this is a contested concept, is that you can design the value into new technologies, into new systems, into new software at a very early stage, so that the development of those technologies and those processes are privacy friendly when they are implemented. The alternative is that privacy comes into the process at a much later stage as an afterthought. So the purpose of today's meeting is to look at the commercial opportunities represented by privacy. So designing products that have privacy embedded in their very core. Is there an attractive business model for them that will allow them to take these sorts of services and products forward?
We've taken a customer-led view on the kinds of experiences that they want in order to manage, control, have visibility of the information that we hold on them. I think lots of the issues we're talking about today are about surveillance. They're a cynicism that we pick up from our customers about surveillance and around privacy. But where we see it going and what we're working towards is a world which is about transparency and empowerment. Balancing that off with the commercial interests of our business. I'm hopefully a participant in this, but also see me as an artifact. I'm somebody who's providing primary source material for you to interrogate and analyse and deconstruct. And also, just to say, hands up, I'm also a marketer, so that's my perspective.
I will tell the people what my experiences are over 20 years of time when I started to promote privacy by design. Already for 20 years I'm working in this field of privacy enhanced technologies and privacy by design. But it is 20 years, and that's quite long. And that shows also the problem, that the adoption of privacy enhanced technologies and privacy by design is going very slow. This is just an idea of my background, and based on experiences in privacy by design, I tried to split my personal data in that's me data and I am data. It's like the story of Alice in Wonderland. You have to run very fast to stay on your spot. And that's our problem, in fact. This is a general privacy model we always use when we do our research. We try to map who are the participants in this kind of game.
Each person will probably be looking at it from their own perspective, but bringing people together and everybody sharing their own idea and their own experience. I'm hoping that at the end of the day, there should be at least 1 or 2 lines of actions that we can all agree on to say, okay, let's go in this direction.
I'm supposed to talk about the campaigner's view, and those of you who know me know I'm not really a sort of campaigner. So I thought before the talk I would talk to the campaign groups and what's their reaction to privacy by design. And the answer was, yes, we want more of it. So I said, that's brilliant. That's 10 seconds of my talk. With digital technology, we are leaving a footprint. We have records of where we've been, who we've seen, what we've done. These are floating around the ether and they need to be under control. Under whose control should they be? Primarily, it should be the individual concerned. And privacy by design is actually aiming to make sure that the user is in control.
We hear a lot about systems and how to build systems to protect privacy laws and all sorts of frameworks. But actually, the most crucial part of it is the individual. You cannot have privacy without the involvement of the individual. It's not something to be provided, it's something that needs to be enabled. Personal data isn't what it used to be. Your name, address, phone number, NHS number, whatever. This is systemic data. That's data not under your control, and it is used for you to be identified in a system. There is the other kind of personal data comes with the web and sharing. It's data pertaining to a person, the stuff I generate. So my Flickr photos.
It's still too much a legalistic approach to the problem, political problem, but we have no understanding about the economics behind it, the social psychology behind it. These are areas we haven't yet addressed.
Until individuals want privacy and make privacy choices as to their suppliers and their consuming habits, then privacy by design is going to struggle.
We want to have company to have incentive and to actually adopt these protocols and help users using them. And I think the focus was really on how motivate companies to adopt privacy by design.
We had people from different backgrounds in each group. So each group had someone from industry, someone from the regulatory world, someone from academia to debate all these issues. And what we found was that each group did come up with some core issues, particularly around privacy as a value and how we can evaluate and value privacy.
Because I think you're right, it's one of the big problems is how one talks about privacy without it becoming a problem.
Privacy is a social value, educating the public, educating consumers, looking at the sort of more cultural aspects, looking at sort of technology testing, how the kind of things that we have already to give consumers more control can be upscaled, can be made more commercially viable and can become more widely diffused.
How that gets developed into a research agenda, which can then be related to a methodology for researching those questions and then developed into applications for funding, that'll be the proof of the pudding.
20 years ago, we were in this position with environmental action with organisations that needed to be incentivised to take up activities and practices which were environmentally friendly. I would argue that we're now there with privacy as well. In the world of big data, we need to think about how you can incentivise organisations to be more socially responsible with data and to be more privacy friendly and empower the customer.
I think one of the great things about today has been the range of people we've had in the room. We've had people like me, social scientists, I guess, technicians, computer scientists, people from industry, people from the public sector, from government, all coming at this challenge, this question from different points of view. And it's been the mix of these perspectives that's been particularly rewarding. And I think one of the things that's going to come out of this is a whole set of new research questions about how to better understand some of these privacy by design issues.